So I grabbed this playhouse from my local thrift store and I decided to give it a nice makeover. So first things first, I wanted to do a base coat. So I am just using some black spray paint, just spraying all inside of the house as well as the outside. And then you want to just allow that all to completely dry. Once that was dry, now I'm going to be painting the roof of this house. So I am going to be using Waverly chalk paint in the color Elephant, and I am going to be using this Dollar Tree cut up sponge to apply the paint on. So all I'm doing is just dabbing in the paint rather than brushing it on. And to get inside of those little nooks and crannies, I did end up having to use a paintbrush, but again, I did a dabbing motion rather than brushing this on, and then go ahead and allow that to completely dry. Now for the rest of the house, I'm going in with some Waverly chalk paint in the color Crimson, just using a very small paintbrush for the edges that where the roof and the house meets. So I just did that carefully and then used a larger paintbrush to go on the face and the side and the back side of the house. So I did not paint this to perfection. I kind of wanted this to look like a weathered effect. So you're still gonna see some of that black peeking through. That was intentional. That is what I wanted my house to look like. This still ended up taking about 2 coats, and then you just want to allow everything to dry before moving on. And look at how cute that is. Next, to be able to paint the door and the windows, I'm using Waverly chalk paint in the color Plaster. Again, this part does not need to be painted perfectly. Barns are usually never perfectly painted. I wanted this to look nice and weathered, so I just did my best and painted the outer edge of the window as well as the squares on the inside. And then for the front door, I painted around the frame, and then I did the farmhouse cross on the front of that door. And then just continue painting all of the windows on the front and the side and let that completely dry as well. Now this is already a huge transformation from what it was, but since this house opened, I had to add a little something extra. So I grabbed this chicken wire ribbon from Hobby Lobby. I'm just measuring it out on both sides of the house. Once I figured it out, I just trimmed it down, and then I began hot gluing that chicken wire ribbon on the sides. And again, I did this to both sides of that opening. Make sure you hold that ribbon down until that hot glue is completely dry as well. And this is looking so awesome. So I wanted to just fill this in with some Spanish moss. You could pick this up from Dollar Tree. And you could put as much or as little as you would like. I then just painted some of these small Easter eggs that also came from Dollar Tree. And then I just began filling in the inside of the house with these Easter eggs. And I might need to add a little bit more, I'm not really sure yet. And then I just created this little palette sign out of some small popsicle sticks. And then I glued these rusty stars on the front of the house as well. And look at how awesome that came out. Such an amazing transformation. I had so much fun creating this, guys. I hope this inspires you to create one of your own if you find a house like this at your local thrift store. If this did inspire you, please be sure to sprinkle the love. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.